Hey guys, welcome back. I'm coming on today to do my second layout for Not Just for Boys Kit Club. And I am using this Splendor kit, which is a premium kit. Now the paper I'm concentrating on for this layout is this one right here. It's Vicky Boot Fernwood and it's called Time Block. And I'm smitten with it. So what I did is I went ahead and cut all the squares out and just pulled in the 9. Well, I actually cut all of these out. I was trying not to use the peachy corals for this layout because I was going really fallsy with this. And so I pulled out the 9. This is the photo I'm using, by the way. This is my son and his girlfriend at a local cider mill that has like tasting rooms for hard cider and petting zoo and all of these good things. I've scrapped about it before, but just not with these two. So I think this is going to be pretty much the orientation of my photos. Great. So now the deal is the background is feeling a little tiny bit plain to me. And I know I have a lot going on, but I love pattern. So I think I'm going to be sliding this one in its place. This piece right here is Vicky Boot Fernwood Fable. And this is absolutely stunning, I know, but I am vibing pretty strong on the idea of having some great, like deep, rich, fallsy colors. And what I'm going to do after this point, let's see, I'm going to be switching them over to the other paper to trim out my photos. And I'm going to go ahead and, oh gosh, do I want to sew around my edges? Seems interesting. Yeah, I'm going to sew around all of my edges so I can have some like fabric textile kind of vibe. I already have my title, which is Falling for You at Blake's. So I think that would be awesome. We have all of these great die cuts that came with this kit, and I'm liking using them for title work. Now, I also have this big giant 12 by 12 sticker sheet, so I'm going to concentrate on this as well. I love all these pieces. I just have no idea what I'm doing. I just know what I want to do for the background so far. So I'm going to get to that. I'm going to sew around the edges. I think I'm going to ink around the edges too. I have some dark charcoal colored ink. I'm going to do that, and I'll be back when I have those things taken care of. Oh, I also have to trim my photo and mat it a bunch of times. Okay. Give me a minute. Hey guys, so I did go ahead and sewed in on my squares. I have them arranged on this nice fallsy background, and I have my edges inked as well. And on this piece, I used this gorgeous cardstock. It is called Blue Calypso. I matted it twice in that and then in a scrap of the same pattern paper. So it'll pop off just a little bit. Now we've got this little cut file here in our kit, and it's very white, which I normally actually really dig my cut files to be super white. But what I thought I would do is come in with mustard seed, spiced marmalade, and ripe persimmon, and just color it up a little bit. So I think I'll go maybe from light to dark, and I haven't ever even used these brushes, and I got them for Christmas. So it is, yeah, I really wanted a lot more subtle. And I thought I would just give my leafy bit just a little bit more distressing. And I will go with the ripe persimmon going up, orange spice marmalade in the middle, but I do want a bit of this tone, this mustard seed here and there as well, because, you know, I like it, quite frankly. So next, I will come in with the spiced marmalade, a little bit more in the center. Get some of it off. So not, well, I mean, it doesn't have to be in the center, but I'm going from light to dark with my leafy bits. And it's so pretty. When you use these brushes, it's a lot softer, this kind of vibe. And then from the bottom with ripe persimmon, which is a lot deeper of a tone, I'm going to do the stem. Isn't that pretty, guys? And just give it some nice fallsy flair. Okay, and I might come in with a little tiny bit of brown as well. So that's what I have going on. The next thing I'm going to do is look through my die cuts and all of that and see what might work with this. Give me a minute. Alrighty, so you see here that I went ahead and put those squares down, and I kind of have them cascading from upper left down to lower right. My cut file piece is all inked in, and you know, it doesn't look like it, but there's a bunch of colors just because I wanted it rather variegated. I also inked my edges of my photo mats, the squares, as well as my background pattern paper. And you see that I went from that cardstock piece to this ever so falsy distress piece instead. So my title, Falling for You at Blake's, I'm getting the word Blake's there, and I wanted it to, once again, be on that diagonal. I don't know, I tend to favor diagonal designs. I like the flow, the way it goes across the page. Now, I think I do end up ripping my wax paper because I've used it about 3 million times. Anywho, love these Pink Fresh Puffy Alphas, great navy blue. There is not enough navy blue in my scrappy world, so those were super fun. Now, the deal is, though, I have to make sure that I can tie that blue in enough. And the cool thing is, both of the people in the photos happen to be wearing a nice shade of navy. All right, so now I'm going through all these gorgeous die cuts, and I'm seeing what will work, won't work, and, you know, faffing about, seeing pretty much like what I want to put on here. And I keep pulling out these butterflies, and they keep going right back in my bin. I have no idea why, but I still don't know if they're butterflies or moths. Okay, the little flying things. But yeah, I'm just faffing about trying to see what I might want to get onto this layout. So I have these pieces pretty much attached down. I have nice little clusters going. It looks pretty full. My photo cluster is rather heavy, and I'm, of course, going, can I put this on? Can I put this on? Do I like this? And yes, I like all of the things. I'm really drawn to, I'm telling you, anything that has orange and blue always makes me happy. And then I decided to add just a little bit of this charcoal ink that I'm using on the rest of the layout around some of my leafy bits. Now, you guys know how I said I really want to make sure to have that navy blue like show. I decided to come on in, and I punched out 3 of these little leaves with this little leaf punch I have out of this Vicky Bouton paper that also has this gorgeous navy tone. And just like poof, it brought it all together just to have like some of those tones echoing in the other clusters. And that is this layout done. So let me show you these clusters. I went ahead and put some of these gorgeous sequins in that are in the a la carte section of the store. Used a little bit of twine from my stash that you see in that cluster right there. I think it was by Tim Holtz, I'm not sure. And have some sequins in down here, and that, like, yeah, that's it. I had so much fun creating this because it has all these fallsy colors and these deep oranges and golds and all of that kind of stuff. So I will have links down below for the Not Just for Boys Kit Club website, for the blog, as well as for the Facebook group. And if you guys have any questions, pop them on down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Bye for now.